Hi, everybody, and welcome to Act 3, Scene 1 of Romeo and Juliet. As always, I ask that you watch this through, try and figure out what's going on with the characters and with the story, and then watch it through again, following along with the text so you can gain a deeper understanding of what's happening. And as always, we're going to have a discussion afterward. Okay, so here we go. Act 3, Scene 1, a public place. Enter Mercutio, Benvolio, page, and servants.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now, these hot days, it is mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God send me no need of thee. And by the operation of a second cup, draws it on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody as soon moody to be moved.
And what to?
Nay, and there were two such. We should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou? Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man that hath a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but thou hast hazel eyes. What eye but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as fun of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as addle as an egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath wakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. Didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter? With another for tying his new shoes with old riband, and yet thou wilt tutor me for quarreling?
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee sample of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple, oh, simple.
By my head, here comes the Capulet.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good day. A word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort? What, dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discords. Hear my fiddlesticks. Here's that shall make you dance. Zounds, consort!
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw onto some private place,
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Enter Romeo.
Peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if he wear your livery. Marry, go before to field. He'll be your follower. Your worship, in that sense, make you call him man.
Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none, therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me, therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but loved thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission! Alice Staccato carries it away.
Draws.
You rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
A good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives, that I mean to make bold withal, and as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his pitcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your eyes ere it be out.
I am for you.
Drawing.
Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your passado.
They fight.
Draw, Benvolio! Beat down their weapons! Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbid this bandying in Verona streets. Hold! Tybalt, good Mercutio!
Tybalt, under Romeo's arm, stabs Mercutio and flies with his followers.
Oh! I am hurt! A plague of both your houses! I am sped! Is he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
I a scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Where is my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not deep. 'Tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. 'Tis enough. Will serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. I am peppered. I warn for this world. A plague of both your houses! Zoons! A dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man to death! A braggart, a rogue, a villain that fights by the book of my arithmetic! Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm!
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague of both your houses. You have made worms meat of me. I have it. And soundly, too. Your houses.
Exit Mercutio and Benvolio.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, had got this mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my cousin. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Re-enter Benvolio.
Oh, Romeo, brave Mercutio, hath aspired the clouds which to unheimly here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on mo days both depend. This but begins the woe others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph and Mercutio slain? Away to heaven respective lenity and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again, that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him.
Thou, wretched boy, that didst consort him here, shalt with him hence.
This shall determine that.
They fight. Tybalt falls. Benvolio?
Romeo, away, be gone! The citizens are up and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death. If thou art taken, hence, be gone, away!
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
What dost thou say?
Exit Romeo, enter citizens. Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer, which way ran he?
There lies Tybalt.
Up, sir, go with me. I charge thee in the prince's name, obey. Enter prince attended, Montague, Capulet, their wives, and others.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince, I can discover all. The unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin. Oh, my brother's child. Oh, prince. Oh, cousin, husband. Oh, the blood is spilt. Oh, my dear kinsman. Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montague. Oh, cousin, cousin.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoken fair bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath. Come, look, needs humbly bowed. Could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt's death to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast to all as hot, turns deadly point to point, and with martial scorn one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other hand sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold, friends, part, and swifter then his tongue, his agile arm, beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and two they go like lightning for air. I could draw to part them, was stout Tybalt slain, and as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly? This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and all those 20 could but kill one life. I beg for justice, which thou, Prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end. The life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately, we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawl doth lie a-bleeding. But I'll immerse you with so strong a fine that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste. Else when he's found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
All right, guys, well done. Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit. So what's happening in this scene?
I die.
You do. You die. You die. How does that come about? How do you die?
Me and Benvolio are, futzing about. It's a hot day. We're sort of messing around. I'm making fun of him because he's telling, he's being like, oh, I'm scared or whatever. I'm like, you like, don't quarrel. You all you do is quarrel. And the next, Tybalt comes along with a challenge. And I mean, it's interesting. I actually watched the Zeffirelli version of this the other day to get in the scene. And in that version, of course, the Mercutio and Tybalt's fight is like, it's two guys messing around and trying to be cocky about fighting. But you don't get a sense that there's any danger.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know, but I mean, again, that's that version. I think there is some danger. I think that, Romeo comes over, Tybalt, he insults him, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's saying nothing about it. And I'm done. And, we're a bunch of, dumb young guys, have nothing to do. He goes out to here, and it goes too far. And then, of course, Romeo gets in the way, and he messes me up. And Tybalt gets me, and then I die.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, exactly. And you curse them. Why do you think Mercutio curses both their houses? That's like a really famous line. A plague on both their houses.
Well, I mean, he's first of all, like, he's collateral damage. I mean, like, right? Like, this is one of the biggest collateral damages in history. Like, he's not involved in this fight. And this fight's come along because of this stupid feud between them. Who I mean, throughout the whole play, Mercutio is sort of above it all. Yeah. And so the fact that I believe he's the first blood of the play, right? He's first blood. And the sad thing is, and he's, you know, I mean, I'm maybe biased, but you know, he's the comedic heart of, you know, this band of guys. And, you know, so it goes from like, you know, this threat and this sort of love story to suddenly bloody. And then from here on out, it's like the body count starts.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And then Romeo, what makes you kill Tybalt?
Well, at first I was like, look, you don't know we're cousins, but you don't know we're cousins yet, but we're cousins. Chill out. I don't tell him that, of course, but naturally. But I'm like for reasons that you don't need to concern yourself with right now. You got to chill out. And then he insults me, and I'm like, should I do anything? No. And then obviously that's where the fight begins between Tybalt. But I'm so sorry. What was your question?
Oh, that's okay. Why do you kill him?
I got lost for a second.
Oh,
well,
okay.
I just got lost in the middle. Because it's like, okay, an insult to me is like, whatever, I can get over that. But you just killed my friend. It's like, all right, now we're not playing anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like now it's not.
Yeah, and I think the rage overtakes you, you know, like you're trying.
Absolutely. Well, that too, yeah.
You know, you're trying to make things stop. You're trying to be like, look, I can't tell you why, but we're cousins. We're related. Yeah. I love you. You don't know why I love you, but I do. Just chill out. And then he goes and kills his friend, and then all bets are off.
It's like, all right, playtime's over now.
Yeah, and then in rage, you kill him.
Right.
Prince, so you come in on all of this, and how are you feeling about all this stuff?
Well, I specifically laid forward that there is to be no fighting, nothing. And should I see it, there is going to be hell to pay. And then to hear who started it, what happened, you know, he doesn't know upon arrival that Mercutio is dead yet. Yeah. All he sees is Tybalt. So it's, wait a minute. All right, who started this? I've already said this is not allowed. What happened here? And then as Benvolio creates what happened, I truly believe the prince believes everything. And then to hear that my cousin was killed in all this, now it's my fight too. Now it's personal. Before it was stop fighting, don't fight, you will pay. And now it's you've killed my blood. Mm-hmm. Now I'm involved in this rivalry between you two families, and now there really is going to be hell to pay. Don't cry to me. Don't come with excuses. Stop your tears. Shut up. Now I'm pissed. Yeah. Now I'm pissed. Yeah. And that's upon arrival and hearing this story. That's it. It's what didn't you understand when I said there was no fighting or there'd be hell to pay? And then to hear that my cousin was slain. And then to hear that Romeo actually avenged the death of my cousin. So now I'm stuck with, on any other normal circumstances, this person would be condemned to death. But now this is my family. Right. And he actually did this for my family member. So I'm just going to exile him. Better warn him now, saying to the family, you better tell him now, as of this day, he's to go. Because if I see him, it will be his last day alive. Mm-hmm. Because I can't, you know, you better just take this body away, make him go away, because I can't show mercy towards a killer, because it will only lead to more killing down the line. Right, exactly. I can't make it okay. I can't make it okay. So make this
instead of having him killed, you have him banished, you know?
Correct.
So that's kind of your way of saying, thank you for defending my cousin.
Thank you.
I'm not going to kill you, but you can't come back. You got to go.
Right. Yeah, nobody can see that I showed mercy on a killer. Nobody. Right. Because that's only going to create more fighting, more killing, and it's going to make killing okay. And that's not okay. Right. So that's the prince in the nutshell.
Okay. All right. Well done, guys. I will see you all on the next video.